So this came out, and I want to react to it. I want to talk about it. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing all the way. I tried doing that earlier, and I got 11 minutes into the video, and I was 45 minutes into actual talking. So I realized I had to redo it and clip it up a bit, kind of give like a brief rundown because everyone's seen it. It's been out for a year. I feel like I don't have to like review the entire 40-minute video and stop it every 30 seconds to make like, oh, well, actually. But yeah, I just want to rip into it. I feel like people have been too nice about it. There's been critiques on like Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome for like the longest time. So I feel like I could just rip into this and say whatever I want. People have been really too lenient on the music, which is understandable. It's done by Rob Scallion, who's like a YouTube musician and is actually a really good musician. But the music on this is honestly just atrocious. The animation people have also been fairly lenient on. It's by like a YouTuber named Fenna or something like that. The animation is just horrible. It's ugly to look at. So I'm just gonna be like mean, because I just feel like it's a good time. Everyone's has critiqued it. Everyone's been nice about it. Everyone's just like, well, and there's people that have said the music's bad and everything. I'm not saying everyone's been, lenient in terms of like, but I'm just like, it doesn't hit home for me. So I'm gonna just kind of skip around liberally. I'm not gonna play whole songs. I'm gonna skip through the stuff that's just like whatever. It just doesn't matter type shit. People have done certain critiques on it that kind of already hammered these points home. So I'm just gonna like kind of give a summary here. Like, so the opening part is just like it makes fun of the movie. Not makes fun. It parodies the movie. There's the maid and everything like that. It mimics like the font, like that's cool. Corey Taylor, I think his name, from Slipknot is in this. He's the lead singer of Slipknot. I don't know why the fuck he's in this. It's really funny because like the main theme of this is that Corey Taylor as an adult is watching The Wall and remembering it as a kid, but like with Doug having the gripe with the movie, I feel like it would have been appropriate. I think it would have been cool. It would have been better if Doug himself was this adult character, and the Nostalgia Critic was talking. So this is like him watching. He's on TV and he clicks on the Nostalgia Critic videos review of The Wall. I think it would have been interesting and super meta, as people like to say now, for Doug to be watching a review of the Nostalgia Critic of The Wall and kind of doing like this weird pseudo like coming full circle with like the nostalgia thing, because that's like the whole point of the character. That's the whole point of the Nostalgia Critic. And like Doug has made references in the past with like his internet movies of like the Nostalgia Critic being a character no longer that he writes, but a character that tells him how to write. Like, I think the quote is just like, oh, it became less of me telling you what to do and more of you telling me what to do. So I think it would have been cool to actually have like Doug Walker have like the experience that Pink does in the movie, where he has like these hallucinations of like the past people in his life, like his mom and like the school teacher and stuff, and like have him interact with himself. I think it would have been brilliant. I think dare I say ingenious, but I think it would have been cool. Because like this is obviously much about like Nostalgia Critic and Doug, and how Doug saw this movie when he was younger and thought it was okay, and now as an adult has seen it and sees it as like this horrible abomination. So I don't know. I just think it would have been better than having the lead singer of Slipknot there for just, I guess, to have him here.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't. There, rock star.
So it goes over like a typical Nostalgia Critic video review. This song is really kind of like talking about like, oh, you saw this when you were a teen and it fell into obscurity and everything like that. Pretty much just stuff that like, yeah, kind of happened. The Wall has like this cult following thing going on, I guess. He even like makes a joke about how it falls into the bargain bin for $3.93, which I've never seen. I mean, maybe where Doug lives, that's where it was, but I have never seen it. I got The Wall when I was like in I'm 25 now. I got the wall when I was like in 5th grade, when I was like 10 or 11. And it was at Walmart for $20 next to, like, Walmart had, like, this live music DVD section of bands and, like, their live performances. But that also included, like, movies that bands did. So, like, Yellow Submarine, Tommy from The Who, and Pink Floyd's The Wall. And I got that for, like, $20. I wish it was $3.93 back then. That would have been a lot easier to convince my parents to get. This just parodies In the Flesh, the beginning song of... I mean, it's just so ugly. The music is bad. I'm just gonna say it. The music is probably one of the elements that makes this unbearable for me. So, like, right here, you just see it's just stock footage. And JPEGs. Like, just look at how bad this looks. Like, that, look at this. Like, you couldn't even get a better screen cap from the movie. It is blocky as fuck. So yeah, this is it. I mean, just look at how bad that is. Did you Google, like, Pink Floyd The Wall, the movie, and you just grabbed whatever photos you saw? Was like a passion project. And, like, literally, it looks ugly. You did this for months, supposedly. The Nostalgia Critic did this review for months. He worked on it for months. And I guess he worked on the music and, like, other shit with other people. And I guess when it came time to editing it, he could not be asked to put in some effort. Hire an editor. You are the Nostalgia Critic. You've been on the internet for over 10 years now. There is no excuse anymore. You are not, like, in your parents' house or whatever. I don't know where he was back in 2009, 2010. But you're no longer, like, this little isolated YouTube guy. Like, you have a cast. You have a studio that you pay for to do skits in. This shit is not an excuse anymore. Hire a fucking editor. There are so many YouTubers. I don't know why I'm talking like Donald Trump. But there are so many YouTubers that have, like, less views and less subscribers than you. And have less popularity than you. That have editors for their fucking videos. Because they either, like, make so many videos, or there's, like, too many, like, you know, for them to make videos and also edit it. It's a lot, and I get that. It's a big mood, it's a big vibe. That's why they hire people to edit their videos. And honestly, you could probably benefit from this. Like, half of this review could be good and look good, despite it being shit, because you hired an editor and an illustrator, which we'll get into. So this is basically just like an introduction that's very much like the beginning of the movie. I hate his look. Like, this look just... like, he is... What's the word I'm trying to look for? It violates my soul. That's really what I want to say. That look is very violating. I hate it. So yeah, this song is a reference to, like, In the Flesh, which is, like, the beginning song of the album, and it's just really just talking about, like, how, you haven't seen The Wall in, like, forever. Oh my god. Like, okay, so here we go. We're gonna find out if this is lame. I'm also looking at the lyrics, so if you hear me saying weird specific things, probably because I'm reading these lyrics. Oh, you have to find out if it's lame or legit. Like, it's just like... It's ugly. It's not good. We'll listen to this.
Tell me when you were a fan of the band, Corey. Is this quite what you expected to see? If you want to find out what's behind this weird shit, you first have to figure if it's lame or legit.
I have a problem with like the lame or legit line because it basically to me implies that, oh, if art is not legit, if art's not good, it's not legit, which is bullshit to me. That is such a bullshit critique of art. To me, it invalidates like actual art. Like, as much as I hate it, like what Doug is doing is art. He's performing. He wrote music. He wrote lyrics to 15 songs that parody The Wall, and he illustrates. He draws in this. So like generally, like as much as I fucking hate this review, this is art. As much as I don't like it. So like even though I think this is lame, it's still legit in terms of being an artistic platform. So we're gonna skip around. Let's see. I'm just gonna cover like general stuff. This is really just about how Corey discovers The Wall in his dad's like office or whatever, and he watches it as a kid, and really just like, oh, The Wall influences his rebellious side for some reason. It kind of like gives he takes comfort in the fact that you know, the character Pink is a rebellious little scamp, which is not the case at all in the movie, but my throat's burning. That's a cool thing. We also do a parody of Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, which is the We Don't Need No Education song. As you can tell by the teacher here, this is also Rob Scallon. He did the music in this. Basically, like, these faces are the faces that I feel about this movie. These are the four processes these four emotions I feel, which is, oh, this is cringe, making fun of it, too good for it, accepting that it's garbage and it's going to exist on the internet forever. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I'm going to play the first verse or so of this part. Nice. Because it sums up pretty much the general message of the music video, because this whole thing sucks ass anyways.
Welcome to high school, where all the teachers are monsters. I know it looks like they want to teach you something, but they don't. They just want to eat you up because we're evil, blood-sucking vampire things.
We need more victimization.
There are no good teachers, not one, not even by accident.
We need more stuff to rebel.
We don't want to help you, we just want to eat your blood and suck your brains.
No, our education system's broke.
Wait, maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, I got a high school education.
This is pandering like hell.
Remember that one teacher who seemed cool? He wasn't. He was all part of the plan.
Hey! Who cares? All this bitching sells!
Remember that one teacher who seemed really kind and gave you candy?
Well, we got another hit in the wall.
That candy was really sugar-coated children's souls!
LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls.
Children's souls!
Alright, so I'm just gonna like pause it here. I know that was painful to experience. Trust me, I've seen this like 7 times. This is bad. But it pretty much sums up like the generic concept of the song. There's no other reason to kind of like go into it. And honestly, the irony in all of this is that Doug is actually the type of person Waters is talking about in the song. Someone that is unempathetic, someone that invalidates another person's experience with the mentality of, well, everyone's life sucks, so get over it. I also love how like there's a moment in the video, and I'll put up a screen cap, where it's just like, oh, what's next? Hating the DMVs? Hey, Waters, leave it on FB. And they put like the Facebook logo there because the lyrics are so horrendously shoehorned into the actual music that you would miss like what exactly was being said there. Like, it's so bad. It just completely misses like the mark of it. And like he in the lyrics, like he brings up like, oh, like, thanks for like this long-winded rant or whatever like that, and it's like I'm not exactly for sure what that lyric means. The Another Brick in the Wall segment of the film is roughly like the Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 segment in the film is roughly like 3 minutes of screen time in like a movie where like the runtime is like 100 minutes. He's deliberately missing what the subject of the song is about just to make like weird and off-putting jokes in hopes to get some like weak laughs off of it. Like the observations being made in the song come from someone that like doesn't have like an artistic or creative bone in their body, which is like unfair for me to say in a way. Because like, you know, Doug is a lover of films or like whatever, but also I feel like just misses the point in a lot of this. I don't know if it's just like film is supposed to be this and music is supposed to be that, and so when they cross streams, it's just like loses any sensibility of what this is trying to say. Like, even if you were to just Google Pink Floyd's The Wall, the movie, like, you can just find a summary of it on Wikipedia. It's, I don't know. Really just a shitty part of the movie.